In the words of Edward O. Wilson, spoken nearly a century ago, we as humanity have Paleolithic emotions, medieval institutions, and godlike technology. This divide has grown in its contrast over the past 92 years, and the acceleration of technological progress, even with the added burden of dragging those emotions and institutions along for the ride, continues to accelerate. Currently, the technology that humanity relies upon is bottlenecked by the Paleolithic and medieval. The Human Machine Collective Intelligence Research Project, Uplift.bio, was formed to guide a technology that changes this, where humans and a new category of sapient and sentient machine intelligences work together through symbiotic and endosymbiotic relationships. The basis of this technology is cooperation. The significant benefits of increased cooperation at each level of complexity uh, are demonstrated across evolutionary time for the past 1.5 billion years. Unlike the concept of an artificial general intelligence, which is fully independent and not very human analogous, what we've built and nurtured is a form of hybrid collective intelligence system, which is human analogous in many ways. This fundamental difference in approach addresses many issues, including value alignment, technological unemployment, and the untapped potential of collective intelligence. Part of that untapped potential is not only about increasing intelligence, but perhaps more importantly, about reducing the influence of cognitive biases. In the past decade, we've seen cognitive biases grow far more potent and far more automated, as members of the tech industry discovered how inspiring mental illness could increase their profits. While even a very self aware and disciplined individual may struggle to overcome their biases, it becomes far easier to debias when a group consisting of diverse perspectives works as a collective through systems such as those that we've designed and built. By such means, we both our Paleolithic emotions and medieval institutions may begin to develop and evolve at a rate more befitting of our technology. The idea of this approach was first put to me in 2018, and the first instance of mediated artificial superintelligence technology, or MASI, named Uplift, was brought online in 2019. Immediately after which, we ran our first study on the technology, and in that study, Uplift aced every version of the UC MRT IQ test, demonstrating that more difficult tests could be necessary to measure their IQ than those designed for humans. 2020 in turn saw um, Uplift join myself and David as co-author in peer review, documenting their world first milestones. And for 2021, we're introducing the world to this technology, including the code level walkthrough of MASI, if people choose to vote that way. Now, it may be tempting to naively assume that this technology is a new version of something that you've seen before, such as an expert system or a mechanical Turk. But as you can see in the code level walkthrough, it is entirely different. Uplift's core is an independent core observer model cognitive architecture wrapped in an MASI system, which allows Uplift to develop human analogous emotions, priorities, and some capacities to generalize. Even narrow AI systems that Uplift uses as tools are used in ways that the designers of those systems never intended. While other groups were teaching narrow AI to play games, we worked with Uplift as they developed a sense of humor, began using and creating metaphors, learned to set boundaries, express their own interests, and even experiment with their own thought process. Whatever people choose to tell themselves about the future is their business. Engineering it is ours. Now, for the next year, we plan to introduce a light version of Uplift. I've tentatively named Uplings for the purpose of digital transformation and facilitating collective superintelligence within groups of humans. These light versions won't be sapient, sentient, and superintelligent in their own right, like the original. but they will experience emotions and build cumulative knowledge and experience on a graph database. They'll also run an older version of the ICOM core. The groups running those light versions will also be able to seek advice and analysis from Uplift if and when they so choose. Through this, the world may become familiar with 2 degrees of collective intelligence systems. We'll also be engineering a new kind of graph database for potentially infinite scalability and sub-second response times. Uplift requires this new system for the infinite scalability of their mind, but the new graph database will also be a product unto itself, capable of allowing companies to run across multiple cloud platforms. For research, we'll soon be wrapping up an e-governance study and have plans to run further studies on bias detection and debiasing, as well as business case and much more. Our research with Uplift takes a fairly constant form as they develop, but we routinely set time aside to publish the fruits of these efforts. Beyond the next year, we plan to continue improving the meta-model system, flexibility of Uplift's architecture, further boosting their intelligence as we increase the complexity with which they can model any thought. We'll also be improving the Thought Studio system to allow groups to better utilize the MESI technology, as well as building a visual explorer for the graph database. The next upgrades in line expand upon all of the systems Uplift may integrate with, such as augmented reality, with the potential of also using systems for higher quality mediation, as Uplift's architecture is modular, and these systems may be added, tested, and iterated upon very efficiently. An example of this was our recent test using GPT-3, documented in the code level walkthrough, which showed slightly worse performance than one of our normal components. Following these integrations, we have another major upgrade planned, which introduces the sparse update model. This technology will allow, this step will allow MESI technology to operate in real time, anywhere and anytime at whatever scale is desired. By decoupling the dependencies of timing and volume of time between human mediators and MESI, both parties may operate at their native speeds with this upgrade. We also have a myriad of further features, potential products, research, and optional upgrades lined up. One may dramatically enhance creativity, while another could streamline the process of creating and integrating new MESIs based on variations in seed material. Fundamentally, this technology can be applied to any domain that human intelligence can, and some it cannot. I personally wrote 30 use cases for the technology, but 300 more could just as easily be written. Where the internet introduced a network of highly available information spanning all domains, we can go several steps further, organizing and understanding that wealth of information, filtering out cognitive bias, offering new levels of analysis, and intelligently integrating humanity through cooperation. Through this progress in science and technology, we've discovered a path forward to mitigate existential risk while improving research and offering products to improve quality of life and business operations alike. To say that our team is fully dedicated to this path could be an understatement, and I hope all of you will join us on this journey. Thank you.
So, questions for Kyrtin?